good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Just a few things to point out. Nice to see, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, who cares about Amazon, $3,000 stock? But encouraging to see the earnings just, on these technology stocks, earnings continue to come through strong. This is a theme I talk about so many times is you can't, everyone wants to say the tech stocks are overvalued. Kathy Wood is wrong. FANG, F-A-N-G, the Facebooks, the Amazons, Netflix, Google's, they're overvalued. They're up too much. I mean, it's just, I know I go on these old man rants a lot, but there's such, what drives me nuts, one of the things that really gets my goat, as they say, is people that refuse to evolve and recognize when things are different. Now, I'm one of those guys that says, hey, all the time, I say those that, fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Well, I don't say that. That's the old saying. But I mean, you need to know your history. But the people that are comparing right now to the dot-com boom, that might be the dumbest analogy I've ever heard in my entire 62 and a half years on this planet. I mean, Amazon now is not Amazon in 99 or 2000. Facebook is not pets.com, okay? Google is not Yahoo, okay? Google's not Yahoo from, 99 or whatever. So it's just a different time. And I mean, and again, this is more of a swing trade, more of an investing type thing. But listen, if you got a long-term hold, it's your Amazons, your Facebooks, your Apples, etc. And none of these, what I call real technology stocks, are overvalued. Anyway, that being said, what I love about Amazon is it just brings more, and Facebook and Google crushed it the other day. The more earnings you see, winners you see, the more FOMO there is out there, which means more market participants. More market participants means more volume, means more volatility, and means we look to continue the most amazing, 14, 15 months in stock market history. Mud's high a day. Anyway, so let's get to work. Some of my main watches right off the bat. TKAT, TKAT. You should all be familiar with this. This was the head of the snake, as they say, on the NFT plays, so the non-fungible tokens. If you remember, TKAT was like the first junky NFT play to run, and it's held 80% of its gains. I mean, here we are 2 months later, it's still up from 3 to 40. Now, I know what you're about to say. Tim, you always yell at us for these illiquid stocks. Yeah, I expected this to be much more liquid in after that spike into the close last night. But I'm telling you, if the volume comes in, this is number one red to green on volume. I want to be clear. And definitely a top Friday squeeze watch. And you're right. The volume right now stinks. But definitely squeezed. Did I almost say squozed? This is one of those... the past tense of squeeze? Did it squozed? Did it squeezed? The squoze has not begun. Anyway, dad joke of the day. So anyway, definitely a red to green and an afternoon high daybreak for squeeze and afternoon hod. Same with MBIS for me. And then Clove, same. So I'm going to do this. Clove, MBIS, and BTX all the same. All right. Oh, okay. And I do this every time, and I don't know if you, whatever. Weekend watch list, stocksandtrade.com/watch list. Goes out every Sunday. It's free. Get it. The ebook is out. Okay. The top 10 trading patterns you need to know. It's still the link in bio on my personal Instagram. I'm sure Nicole will drop it in chat. And then also go to stocksandtrade.com/premarket prep. to get the daily newsletter that goes over everything I talk about. All right, done. I'm too chatty today. IPSI, no. No. Alex, it's not low float. It's no volume. Sorry, Alex, no. ISNS, penny stock Chris, ran last night. If this breaks last night's highs, it's kind of interesting. So I don't hate this because of the float. 2 million shares traded. What do these guys do? Kind of an interesting sector. So yeah, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So ISNS, okay, dip and rip. Low floater and okay volume. Not my fave, but it's okay. Neil Caesar says NAKD. You all know how much I hate NAKD. I tell you, listen, this is what I will always say about NAKD. Write this in stone. Etch this in stone. If NAKD, a failing retailer, clothing retailer, is your best idea of the day, please, and I'm being serious here. Okay, I know I like to have a little fun. I joke around a little bit, but if NAKD is your best idea, will you please take the day off? Seriously, like read a book, get some exercise, spend some time with the wife, the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend. You know, volunteer at the local soup kitchen. Do something else if NAKD is your best idea. So. And I'm not joking. I'm serious. If you went through your process and you're like, man, NAKD's the best I got, please do something else. Watch Price is Right. Okay? Watch some soap operas. Watch As the World Turns instead of trading. VXRT. So this was yesterday's. It was in play. Oh man, I don't know. Afternoon only. So here's why I say afternoon only. VXRT had the news yesterday, spiked, immediately collapsed, and then went sideways. So afternoon VWAP holds. OCGN perked back yesterday. This is a weak open red to green on a Friday. This has just been punishing shorts for a month. So, yeah, OCGN's a decent red to green. Mainly because it's Friday. Messine says WI lumber earnings winners. You know, again, Weyerhaeuser. Somebody's saying earnings winner. How did they miss on revenue? How did a building... So I do not... Massini, I do not see an earnings winner. How the hell does a building supply company miss on revenue right now? No, man, this is a short. No volume. This is not an earnings winner. And I don't... Lumber and building supply prices are through the freaking roof, and they missed on revenue? What? Short this. What a piece of crap. No volume, but man, I would avoid it. Pixie. So Pixie was yesterday's big mover. We talked about this one yesterday morning. What did I say on Pixie yesterday morning? Late day, dip and rip. Wait, where's my pre-market notes? What did I say? We talked about Pixie, yeah. Interesting news, former runner, low float. It's a dip and rip. So I did call it a dip and rip yesterday morning. It broke through the high of the day at 11:30. So it's kind of what I would call, not the ideal time. Normally we like to see dip and rips like earlier in the day, but it did follow the pattern. Okay. Again, if you got the ebook, you know what it is. But, so high of day, pulls at the open, reclaims 9:45 or later. Little late in the day, but it still did it there at 275. So I would look for early in the day, probably like reclaims of 375 with risk down on VWAP. All right, everyone, I have to run. I've got a 3-hour webinar with the Steady Trade team. So, definitely check out the Steady Trade team. Why am I doing a 3-hour webinar? Because I had to fly this week and I missed a couple webinars. Okay. So that shows my commitment. Okay. I'm so committed to working with the Steady Trade team that even if I'm flying, miss a couple webinars, what do? I do a 3-hour makeup on a Friday to make up for the fact that I only did 9 webinars this week. So check out the Steady Trade team, man. I'm there for you. I love what I do. Have a great weekend. Get on the watch list. Get on the newsletter. Get the ebook. And we will see y'all next time.